All right, folks, 8.7, paying attention, volume of a sphere. Paying attention, the volume of a sphere, it's telling you right away, the volume of a sphere is 2/3 the volume of a cylinder if the cylinder has the same radius and the same height.
So, Mr. B, is the height the diameter?
Yes, because it's, two radius stacked right on top of each other. So, step number 1 there. If the radius of a sphere is r, what is the height of the sphere? Should be able to think about that. 2r. Excellent. So 1. The radius of the sphere is r, then the height must be 2r. Right? 2 radius stacked right on top of each other. There you have a diagram of a cylinder, you have a diagram of a sphere, and what we're saying is that the volume of a sphere is 2/3 the volume of the cylinder, as long as they have the same radius and the same height. Do those diagrams show a cylinder and a sphere with the same radius and the same height? Yes. All right, what is the volume of a cylinder? It's given there as the area of the circular face. What's the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared times the height, h. Alright, so for your cylinder, this is what you should have written. Pi r squared h. Well, over across yonder, the sphere is 2/3 that volume. So the volume formula for a sphere is 2/3 pi r squared h. Okay, but what do we know about the height of the sphere?
We don't know.
It's 2 radius.
Okay, so we can reduce this further. We can lose the variable h, and we have that we've got 2/3 pi r squared times 2r. Okay, we're following so far? H is just 2r's.
Why couldn't you just
Okay. So now we don't need the height. We can just talk in terms of radius, which is what we do when we're talking about circles and spheres. But we can reduce this even further. So now look, how many factors of r do I have? I have 2 factors of r here and another factor of r here. So I actually have r times r times r. So I have r cubed. Okay? Does that make sense?
Wait.
And this 2 can get multiplied. This multiplication is commutative, right? All these things are just being multiplied by each other. 2/3 times pi times r times 2 times r. So I can rearrange that however we want. And look, I can actually just reduce this because I can multiply 2/3 by 2, giving me 4/3. Right? 2/3 times 2 is 4/3. 4/3 pi, and then I've got my r's. Well, how many factors of r did we say that we had?
3.
We now have 3 factors of r, which is r cubed. Okay? So the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Pluto, example 1, volume of Pluto. Pluto is the smallest planet in the solar system. We're given that the diameter of Pluto is approximately 2,290 kilometers. And we need to calculate the volume of Pluto using our formula. So we know that the volume of a sphere, so the volume of Pluto, is 4/3 pi r cubed. And in the question, the information that we're given is that the diameter of Pluto is 2,290 kilometers. Do we have the information that we need? Kind of. We need r. What's r?
1,145.
Thanks, team. 1,145 kilometers because the radius is half the diameter. Now we go ahead and sub in what we know. So we've got 4/3 times pi times the cube of 1145. So if you were going to put this in your calculator, which you are, you'd go 1145 to the power of 3. Now you likely have a button that says
It's like an arrow.
x to the power of y or y to the power of x, or it's just a button like that. Whichever, it's probably not this. It's probably this or this.
Go x to the power of 2.
Nope, that would just be x to the power of 2. Okay?
Whoa.
So you need to hit 1145 and then hit your to the power of button, your exponent button, and then hit 3. Once you have that answer, you hit times pi. Once you have that answer, you hit times 4 divided by 3.
Wait, sorry. Can you go through it again?
6, 2, 8,
Wow,
7,
that's
8,
like 5
9,
billion.
1, 9,
Error.
7.
Error.
So if you hit an error, that means you punched things in wrong. Every calculator is a little bit different.
5
But-
billion, 4.
5 billion.
What? How'd you get 6 billion?
I got 6, 2, 8.
6, 2, 8, 7, 8.
So this is an approximate answer.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys.
How'd you guys get?
I got 1,
And
5, 0,
it's
1, 5,
volume.
6, 6,
So what is it measured in? Squared units,
Squared
cubic
cubes.
units, cubic units.
Yeah, that's what I
And what units are we dealing in?
7.
What units are we dealing in?
Kilometers.
So we've got kilometers
Cubed.
cubed. Okay?
Pluto is so big.
The volume of Pluto is approximately this big number, 63300000000 kilometers cubed. All right, we got to crush this out, folks, so we're going to go for it. Example 2.
Happens if you
Cubs.
crash side of the road.
It's Sam.
You don't have a phone.
Thanks, last warning. Try to resist. A spherical gemstone just fits inside a plastic cube with edges 10 centimeters. So you've got this cube, and it has edges of 10, 10, 10. Okay? We need to calculate the volume of the gemstone. Now, the gemstone is a perfect sphere. Isn't that convenient? To the nearest cubic centimeter. And then we're going to figure out how much empty space is still left in the box. But first, we're talking about the volume of a sphere. Because the gemstone is a sphere. And the formula for the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, we know that this gemstone just fits inside it. So what information have they given us about the gemstone?
The perimeter. That it fits inside. That is 1,000.
I have a feeling they've given us a diameter.
Of 5.
Diameter of 10 centimeters, which gives us a radius of 5 centimeters. Let's sub it in and see how we do.
It looks like Sam.
What?
Looks like Sam.
Okay, don't worry about it. She thinks that 5 centimeters is SAM. Sam.
Wow. So
All right, here we go. 5 to the power of 3. You can do that in your head. 5 to the power of 2 is 25
500.
times another 5 is 125. Okay?
Yeah.
So times that by pi, times that by 4,
You get 5.
divide by 3.
You get 523.6.
Approximately 524 cubic centimeters. That's A. Now B says how much space is left over in the box. What do we need to do in order to find that out?
So we subtract that number from, there's 6 sides to the cube, so it's 10. Yeah.
Don't get confused with surface area. So we need the volume of the box, right? We need the volume of a cube. Well, the volume of a cube is just s cubed. It's length times width times height, but length, width, and height are all the same.
So 10, 10.
Okay? So it's just 10 cubed, which is just 10 with 2 more zeros,
With that,
which is 1,000
subtract 524.
centimeters cubed. So to get the volume of the empty space, all we need to do is take the volume of our cube, subtract the volume of the gemstone, and you will find out that in that box there is approximately 476 cubic centimeters of empty space. Thank you very much. The homework for that lesson is also in your booklet on the next page. Your homework is to do all of the rest of that packet, okay? So to do your pop quiz as well. Yeah, do your pop quiz as well at home
Now we have.
and try to memorize it.
Animal of the